look so bad. It's not your fault they die.
In the Black community, spiritual gifts are not just superstition. They are lived experiences. And nearly every family has a story about someone with ancestral inheritances passed down in the bloodline. Gifts that stretch back to the original people, the children of the sun. And these gifts, they manifest in different ways. You got clairsentience, telepathy, mediums, astral projection. Then you have prophets. And then you have people like Moselle, clairvoyant. She's a gifted oracle, but her visions are drenched in loss. See, she has the power to see the future, the past, and everything in between, but her sight has transformed from a gift to a burden. You see, Moselle's first husband, he wasn't just any man. He was a captain in the United States Army Air Corps. Looking at his uniform, you can also see the time frame. And since he died as an aviation captain, and he's a brother, that tells me he was part of the legendary Tuskegee Airmen. So when he died, it wasn't just personal loss. It was the death of a symbol, the death of a legacy. An entire future she built in her mind, and without realizing it, she trapped herself in that same grief. And every man after him became a casualty of her pain. So every vision she has reflected that same cycle. Every time Moselle has a vision, we see water. This isn't just a random motif. Water, especially in the spiritual traditions, is a conduit between the seen and unseen. It reflects, distorts, moves with hidden depths. It is the veil between the worlds, between the conscious and subconscious, the physical and the spiritual. And Moselle's visions, they function the same way. They do not show her reality as it is, but as she personally perceives it. Like water, her gift is deep, reflective, but dangerous when waded into carelessly. See, she only ever sees tragedy, never hope, never joy.
Your son's on drugs. The money is gone, but your niece spent it all.
Moselle has this vision of a child getting hit.
I'll have to find my wife.
Mr. Greyraven, I told you she's not coming back. She's fallen in love.
And it's not just because the future is written in stone like this, it's because her own spirit is clouded by grief. She does not see love because she doesn't believe in its permanence. She doesn't see peace because her soul doesn't know it.
So that was the damn point. All I know is most people's lives are a great disappointment to them.
And this is where Eve's Bayou gives us something deeper, heavy weight of knowing. See, she's a clairvoyant who can see everyone else's fate, but not her own.
But I looked at each of my husbands, never saw a thing. That's the way it always is, blind to my own life.
See, if she could see her own future, she would try to control it. And the more she would try, the more disastrous the outcome would be. It's like knowing a bomb is going to explode, only to realize that your attempt in disarming the bomb is what actually triggers it. But this is the cruel nature of foresight, of being a clairvoyant, to know but never be able to change. And Moselle and Elzora, they both have the gift, but they walked two different paths. Moselle was born with it.
I was born in it, molded by it.
So she is the town's respected clairvoyant.
I am a psychic counselor.
Elzora, she's practiced on using it since back in the day. She works in the streets, reading fortunes for $1.
Dollar.
Moselle still seeks out Elzora. Why? Because deep down, she knows Elzora is the real deal. Here, she removes her glasses, a subtle but powerful symbol that she is taking in every word. And Elzora, she does something very critical. She implants an idea.
You are a curse. The Black Widow. Next man who marries you is a dead man, like the others. Always be that way.
Salmontas! You're an old lion witch!
See, Moselle actually believes she's cursed.
I'm cursed.
But does Elzora actually curse her? Or does she just let Moselle curse herself? Because what you believe, you'll eventually become. So the film reinforces this idea visually, and they reinforce it through mirrors. Moselle spends a great deal of time looking at her reflection. And this isn't vanity, it's a metaphor that she's trapped in her own perception. A woman who can see everyone's future, but can't truly face her own. She was just broken. And that's a hard thing to admit.
You're wounded. And it's here that I'll plant seeds.
Moselle's tragedy is not that she's cursed. Her tragedy is that she accepted the curse. She shaped her entire existence around the loss. And it's just like my Color Purple breakdown. Each's words carry energy. And Elzora understands this. So she didn't need to curse Moselle. All she had to do was tell her that the curse will always follow.
Always be that way.
And Lewis tells Moselle something very important during her dream.
And then I heard Lewis's voice saying, "Don't look back."
Don't look back. Let the old you rest in peace. Fly.
So I kept on flying.
This is the answer. It always has been the answer. The tragedy of Moselle is that she spent her entire life looking back. And many people do that because the past is their comfort. This was her comfort. The curse was her shield. The grief was her identity. But the truth is, if she ever truly wants to be free, if she ever truly wants to fly, she has to let go.